Finally, we are done with the international break. Juve are back, I'm back, and now we are up against Sampdoria. Huge game. What's up guys, my name is Roman and this is Juve Therapy, the place where I discuss Juventus and all things bianconeri. But first of all, let's start off with Italy failing to beat Sweden in order to qualify for the World Cup next year. Whew. What a mess. What a mess, guys. Now, first of all, the opponent of Ventura was completely wrong one, and we saw that in the later stages of the qualifying rounds, where he was completely out of this depth, and we could clearly see that, and deservedly so, we weren't able to qualify for the Russia World Cup. People screamed for Jorginho from Napoli being included into the Italy squad, and finally he was included for the doubleheader against Sweden, but he featured only in the second leg. But in my opinion, well, we already had Marco Verratti in our squad, who is a very similar type of player in my opinion, but he wasn't used as a regista. He was almost used like a box-to-box by Ventura, and that also shows complete lack of tactical understanding by Ventura, where he uses De Rossi as a regista. Yes, he's a good player, but Verratti is a world class when he's played in the right position. So I didn't see any reason for including Jorginho from Napoli, because he wasn't gonna play anyway. Just look at Allegri, guys, because he highlights it every time during the press conference, that formations are not that important actually. It's more important how we execute the tasks on the pitch. But for Ventura, it's all about the formation. It's all about the 3-5-2. It's all about the 3-man at the back, the BBC. That should have been dropped after Conte left, but it didn't, because we still are relying on this same old, same old. It doesn't work anymore, it's outdated, it limits our offensive play going forward in the center, because we must play the ball wide, and who is there? Well, you have Candreva on the right, who is way too deep, always, and Darmian, who is actually not a left back. When he's about to cross, he always needs to switch the ball to the right foot, because he's a right footer, and that's why I didn't think that Darmian was a solution on the left wing going forward offensively. The team actually screamed for wide attacking play, because look at all these players: Lorenzo Insigne, Federico Bernardeschi, Stefan El Shaarawy, even Simone Verdi from Bologna, many others, and they weren't used properly. Just because Italy are stubborn, they don't want to evolve. The defense is the most important thing. If the defense is okay, well then offensively is gonna go by itself. Well, it clearly didn't. Immobile is a shadow of himself. Belotti is a shadow of himself. Yeah, it is a mess. It is a mess, guys. And luckily, Italy are not going to the World Cup. They are now avoiding the embarrassment of playing in the World Cup, because that's gonna be complete utter embarrassment if they were gonna qualify. So it's a blessing in disguise basically. Let's see who will replace him. It's a talk about Carlo Ancelotti, it's also talk about Antonio Conte, which I think is highly unlikely. There also some talk about Fabio Capello, but he is already retired. So yeah, very limited options. But most of all, guys, I feel bad for Gigi. Such a legend both on and off the pitch, as a person and as a player. And it's sad seeing him cry. He's 40 years old, guys, and he still cries after a loss. Now that's dedication, that's commitment, that's passion. And Ventura took that away from him by being stubborn and being outdated. Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad. While Italy were being embarrassed by Sweden in the World Cup qualifiers, Juventus women played their another league game, and now they were up against Pink Bari, the newly promoted side from Serie B. It's another win for Juventus women, but they came behind 1-0 but turned it around and won 2-1. League standings reveal that the top spot is shared by Brescia and Juventus. Today, however, Juventus women are up against another team. They are up against Sassuolo, and that game you will be able to watch on Juventus Pass. I know I will be, because yeah, it's really exciting. Now for the guys. We are back in Serie A action finally, and our first opponent after the international break is Sampdoria. Very tough team to meet, because they've been excellent at home and they've won every single game they played at home. Of course, yes, they played against Crotone, Chievo, Benevento and Milan, who are in disarray, so 5 wins out of 5 possible at home. It is impressive, and it is truly one of the most difficult places to leave with 3 points. because they have played such an aggressive type of football. They attack you from the first minute until the last minute. They will not give up until the final whistle is blown. Big man Duvan Zapata is a nightmare for every defender in the Serie A. He's huge. He causes problems every time. And Lucas Torreira is like a small dog that bites you on the heels for 90 minutes, but also is a technical guy, so he's very, very gifted player. And also don't forget about Fabio Quagliarella. He can cause you some real problems. Juventus, on the other hand, well, they haven't been that impressive lately. Yes, they won against Benevento, but still, they made it very, very difficult for themselves after going behind 1-0 again, and I'm tired of watching these football games where we go behind every time and we need to chase the equalizer and then the leading goal. We need to actually score 2 now. Yeah, it's draining and it's just stressful for me. So I'd rather want to see us taking control of the match straight away, score the first goal, and then see what happens. Instead of reacting to what they do, we need to take control of it. It looks like Mehdi Benatia is back and available, as well as Benedikt Hövedes. Let's see if he will play. Marco Piazza will play with the Primavera for a couple of weeks now, while Miralem Pjanic will sit out this one, as well as Juan Cuadrado. And that gives us this predicted lineup. It really is not that surprising. We will start with Gigi Buffon in goal. We will probably start with Quadro Asamoah on the left back, but I'd rather bench Alexander because he hasn't been that impressive lately, and also he was away for international duties, so I'd rather go with Asamoah. In the center of the defense, I'll go with Giorgio Chiellini, and yeah, let's put Mehdi Benatia there. He is back from his injury. He featured for Morocco. Of course, my first choice will of course be Daniele Rugani, but Mehdi Benatia will probably start. On the right back, yeah, it really doesn't matter. Stefan Lichtsteiner is a more experienced one, so he will start probably. If not, Mattia Di Ciglio needs minutes, so he might start as well. But I'd go with Stefan Lichtsteiner, and let's see if he can try to redeem himself. So because he has been absolutely awful lately, and fans are turning on him. I've turned on him a while ago, but he still is a Juve player, so I need to support him somehow. Let's see if he will start tomorrow and actually make a good appearance. Further up the field, it looks like it will be Claudio Marchisio alongside Blaise Matuidi or Sami Khedira. I actually would like to see Blaise Matuidi against Sampdoria because they play such an aggressive game, and we need to answer with the same aggressive style of play, and Blaise Matuidi fits that build very well, not so much for Sami Khedira. Up front, we will probably go with Mario Mandzukic on the left, Paulo Dybala in the center. He needs to rediscover himself, he needs to find his feet again, because we need him against Sampdoria, otherwise we are gonna drop points or might even lose. On the right flank, there will be no Juan Cuadrado, it looks like, so we'll probably start with Douglas Costa on the right, even though he has been on international duties as well. And up front, Gonzalo Higuain. He has been home, he has been training well, we need him up there, and of course, there is nobody else. My predicted scoreline will be somewhat a surprising one, because I don't think we're gonna win this one. Sampdoria are too tough of a team to play against. Paulo Dybala is out of form, there is no Miralem Pjanic who can dictate the game, and we never know what Mehdi Benatia ends up doing. Lichtsteiner is a wild card, and if Mario Mandzukic doesn't work, nothing will work. So there are a lot of stuff that can go wrong. But yeah, Sampdoria, they really have nothing to lose. If they lose against Juventus, it's not a big deal. But if they win, wow. Then we'll put some highlights in newspapers the next day. So that's why I'm gonna go with the 1-1 draw. It might as well be a 1-0 loss. Yeah, I'm not confident. I don't think we will win. I really hope that we will, but yeah, it doesn't look like it. If we're gonna score some goals tomorrow, Gonzalo Higuain needs to provide. That's it. Because there is nobody else, really. Paulo Dybala is out of form. If he wakes up, well, anything can happen. But for now, yeah, it looks like Gonzalo Higuain will score the goals. And don't forget, some huge games coming up tonight. It's Roma against Lazio and also Napoli against Milan. Well, Forza Milan, I don't really care, as long as we win against Sampdoria. Fino alla fine, Forza Juve. Ciao, I'll see you after the game on Sunday.